Former Republican Congressman Denver Riggleman has been in the news quite a bit recently, right? He's the guy who said that there was a call from the White House switchboard to somebody participating in the Capitol riot. And of course, he's got a new book out. The new book is called The Breach, The Untold Story of the Investigation into January 6th, which actually came out yesterday. So if you're inclined, whatever, I don't care. But the thing is, Mr. Riggleman was a Republican member of Congress. And he left, I believe, in 2020. He ended up working for the Capital Riot Committee because they wanted to show, hey, look, we got a Republican here. But in this new book, in addition to lots of information about the January 6th investigation, he also goes after a couple of his former Republican colleagues who he believes are suffering from, quote, serious cognitive issues. So let me read a little bit of this here. Backstory first, because I don't want to have to read all this, so I'll just kind of paraphrase. Mr. Riggleman, when he came to Congress, he got a part of the Tea Party caucus, the Freedom Caucus idiots, because he thought, he being a rational person, I could totally make these people more rational. And then allegedly, he quickly realized, oh, wait, I can't because these people are cuckoo banana pants. So he said when he got in there, he, quote, began to understand that some of my colleagues had fully bought into even the more unhinged conspiracy theories I had been seeing out on the campaign trail. Now, The Guardian reports this. Riggleman describes one meeting in which Gohmert, Louie Gohmert, promoted a conspiracy theory related to master algorithms, saying he suspected there was a secret technology shadow banning conservatives across all platforms, adding that others nodded along, though of course that's crazy. He says he said something to that effect during the meeting in question. He then added that Louie Gohmert and Paul Gosar, quote, seemed to be joined at the brainstem when it came to their eagerness to believe wild, dramatic fantasies about Democrats, the media, and big tech. I came to believe Gosar and Gohmert may have had serious cognitive issues. I came to think that years ago. I think most people watching this also came to that same conclusion a very, very long time ago. You listen to Louie Gohmert talk for about 30 seconds and you're like, oh yeah, something's wrong. Like something's not right. This is not how a normal person would talk. Certainly not somebody that we would want representing another human being, let alone an entire district in the U.S. House of Representatives. Paul Gosar, of course, is just filled with hate. And his own family has spoken out against him many times. They actually endorsed his opponent in his congressional race. They've, put it out in newspapers how dangerous he is. So yes, I say Riggleman's assessment of these two is 100% correct. Now, Riggleman had left Congress before some of these other wackadoos got in there, right? He wasn't there with Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert or Madison Cawthorn, and had he been, I'm sure he'd have some wonderfully fantastic stories to tell us about those lunatics. But he knows what he was there with. And he knew that even back then, even before this whole Trump cult had fully formed, he knew there was a problem with these people. Possibly legitimate cognitive problems. And I think that's something that we need to take a good hard look at, right? We need to fully understand that it's not normal to embrace the wackiest of the conspiracy theories out there, right? That's for the fringe. That's for the true nutters out there. Or at least it used to be. Not so anymore. The lunatics are running the asylum. And I know I've said that about 1 million times in the last 3 weeks alone, but folks, it's getting bad. It's getting real bad. And some of the nuttiest people you can imagine are being called nutty by their own former colleagues, members of the same party. They voted for the same things. But when those people who still agree with them on most of the issues are still looking at him and saying there's something wrong with him, those are the kinds of claims that we need to take deadly seriously. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.